What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. This morning we finally got a very large update that we've all kind of been waiting for. I believe they announced this a couple of weeks ago, and we've kind of just been waiting patiently for this, some more than others. But there's a lot of information in this update that really we were not expecting to get. Just to start off with a quick list for you guys before we dive into every single thing that they posted on the website, which I will link in the description down below. They of course added new jerseys and uniform options for the following schools: Oregon, Bowling Green, Baylor, Northwestern, Ole Miss, and I do believe there might be a few others that I am missing. We also have stadium upgrades too. When the game first came out, a lot of Texas State fans were like, yo, what the hell? We didn't have an upper deck. But with this update, they were able to add to the stadium, and now Texas State is looking right. And shout out to Kansas, the night and day difference from what the stadium looked like previously to what their new stadium looks like now. It's unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, the spin move has been officially nerfed. Not only just the spin move in general, but the ability that, shout out Judkins, the ability that he has, that has been nerfed down a tier. It's still good, don't get me wrong, okay? But it is not OP right now, which is, that's pretty great. And not only was that nerfed, we had a lot of cheese plays that were nerfed as well. If you guys don't know what cheese play, it's basically like when little Timmy or Billy get on the game and they're coming out in wildcat formation and they're hitting you with plays that you literally cannot stop. I believe they changed some of those plays around in those wildcat formations. You're gonna have to take a look, but they certainly do not work as well as they once did, which I'm cool with. Not only that, we have improved tackling and pursuit angles from the AI. That was something that everybody noticed and we're making a huge deal about. Now, I will say sometimes it was a little much. You know, I do understand that, hey, this is college football. You're going to have big plays. That it is what it is. But there were sometimes it was like, oh, come on, man. That's not a D1 football player right there. And the last thing on the quick list here is Road to the College Football Playoff now has 5 different team tiers instead of 3. So this is really cool because this is going to force people in different tiers to play against different teams. Your top tier, you're still going to have Ohio State, Bama, and Georgia all playing against each other. But let's say you jump into tier 4, you're going to have a brand new variety of teams that you can play against, which is pretty sweet. And so on with the 3, 2, and 1, obviously. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into what specifically they fixed and updated. We are going to start with Dynasty mode first, okay? So one of the biggest fixes is they fixed the issue to where now you can have over 20 created coaches in one time on an online Dynasty. The workaround, obviously, for that was just using an existing coach, but I mean, this is nice for you guys that like to have those massive Dynasties. There's like little fixes like fixing the news stories, the score summaries and box scores, updated some rivalry data. They reduced the dynamic attendance penalties for playing FCS schools, increased the dynamic attendance in rivalry games. Love to see that. EA tweaked the on the road effects, hopefully, because we all know how annoying that is, dude. Like, it's taking 10 times to get to audible your route and we're playing in front of like 20,000 people. Come on, man. That's not right. They even increased the amount of pride stickers you get for defensive players and offensive linemen. Love to see that. There's a list of schools here that they updated the defensive schemes and playbooks for, but unfortunately for this to go into effect, you're going to have to create a new dynasty, and that is USC, UCLA, Mississippi State, Texas Tech, UConn, Miami, Memphis, Nevada, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Oregon State, San Jose State, TCU, Texas A&M, Troy, and UMass. And as far as gameplay too, it looks like they increased the number of players that the AI will pursue at one time. Kind of sounds like making the players a little bit more alert and getting after the ball carrier. In my opinion, that's definitely more on the ground game on the defensive side. Looks like they fixed some visit bugs. Like the one I saw was there was an issue where you can out schedule visits for recruits in certain situations. The super sim logic was tweaked. That's good to see as well. And I know a lot of you guys were talking about the custom conferences and custom schedules. They went in and they fixed those issues as well. Some of you guys had issues where you were turning the conference rules with the divisions to off, but then like you'd get into the dynasty and they'd be on. It was just kind of a mess. They went in there and cleaned that up. There's obviously more to the dynasty section. Like I said, leaving the link down below, go check that out. Now going to the gameplay. EA included 8 new shotgun formations to a total of 35 teams. One of those formations is bunts quads open, known as the diamond quads. Like I said earlier, they adjusted the pursue angles to make those better. They reduced the frequency of broken tackles from trailing defenders. They went in and also adjusted certain formations where your offensive players are aligning too wide or too near the hash. I know there were plenty of times when I was playing the game and I'd pick a certain formation and I'd wonder why the hell they were so far out. So that is awesome to see. There's other numerous bugs too, like when you spike the ball and it's a fumble or something. I've seen that a couple times. But some of the big ones are definitely the trailing defenders from like broken tackles. They adjusted the false start chances when you make a pre-play adjustment late in the play clock. Thank God. Dude, how many times are we trying to make audibles? But like we have to do it 5 times because the receiver can't hear us, even though we're in a stadium of 10,000 people. And you know, the play clock is getting low. And then we get a false start. That has been so challenging. Let's go, man. And ladies and gentlemen, they also improved the contain feature on your defensive line and now your defensive ends. Now it's not perfect, but they are actually going to keep contain on the outside and not go inside. So all you little rollout demons out there, let's go, man. Now jumping down the road to glory now, they fixed a crash when quitting a position battle. They added additional scenario and NIL content. Love to see that. They fixed multiple bugs that have to do with the coach's trust, which is obviously very important in Road to Glory. You know, some other UI issues when it comes to the text messages and backing out of certain menus. I'm seeing a lot of these things with the position battles as well. I think the promising thing here is not only is there a lot of Dynasty update stuff here, gameplay stuff, Road to Glory has a nice little section too for you guys to come check out, along with Ultimate Team as well. I mean, this is like 30 bullet points here. Going back to presentation now, when I listed those teams earlier, there were more teams that they added uniform pieces for. They added uniform pieces for Iowa State, UTEP, Boise State, New Mexico State, App State, Texas State, Louisiana, New Mexico, and South Alabama. Adjusted some uniform pieces for other schools. And then all of the stadiums that they've done updates to, it's the Holiday Bowl, Texas State, Kansas, Kennesaw State, Oklahoma State, Wake Forest, UL Monroe, and Nebraska. They did fix the issue of the incorrect mascot appearing in different situations, so shout out to that. Now, maybe I'm just scrolling past it. They did mention that they were going to add in some team builder bug fixes as well, so I'm sure they did that. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I know a lot of you guys are having issues finding your teams. My advice to you would be search by your username. That's the best way to find your team, I have learned. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you a lot of the big noteworthy updates that I've seen that were listed here. I'm going to put the link down in the description for you to visit the website and check out everything that's here, because there is a lot of information as far as, you know, little bugs and, you know, big issues that are in the game. Let me know down below what you guys want to see fixed next in the next update, because you know there's always something. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Have a good day, and I'll catch you guys later.